Yo, 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 yo. All right. What's up, Raider Nation? Oh, I like that song. Anyways, let's talk about Houston this week. Let's talk about some shit that's been going down. Trade rumors. Trade deadline is next Tuesday, the 29th. So let's see who's gonna play, who's not gonna play. So Josh Jacobs got hurt on the first play of the game, that first run. I think it's where he trucked Adrian Amos, which I didn't even talk about in the last video. So he didn't practice until today. He was limited, so he's questionable. Trent Brown has practiced all week, limited the first 2 days, full today, so he's questionable. And then Tyrell Williams has also been back, limited all week, but he's questionable. Everyone else seems to be pretty much a go. Rodney Hudson, Gabe Jackson was on that list, but we might have a full healthy offensive line. This is the best offensive line in the league. I don't think we've talked about it. We're back to being the best, the meanest, the biggest, and the fucking strongest, and it's fucking awesome. Back in 2016 when we had the all black and that's no disrespect, right? The all black offensive line. I think we were like the first team to ever start all 5 African American players of descent. They were mean and gritty. Which I feel bad for KO, man. He's having a tough time with the Jets. They're really screwing him. But that our offensive line was better than the Dallas Cowboys. I'll go on record on saying that year in 2016. And so far right now, I don't know any other offensive line that's better in the league. If you do, let me know. Because right now, and we didn't have starters to start the season. We didn't have Richie Incognito. We didn't have Gabe Jackson to start the year. And we still haven't allowed many sacks. I think we've gone 3 games without allowing any sacks. Especially last week against the Smith duo. Those guys are good. They're both in top 5, top 10 in sacks. So the fact that we did that against them, that's really good. That's really, really good. The Texans are pretty banged up too. Will Fuller, Titus Howard are definitely not playing, and Greg Mance, 2 offensive linemen and their receiver, and then Tashawn Gibson, Bradley Roby, and Jonathan Joseph are all questionable. So they've practiced throughout the week, but they're questionable. So I don't know. Maybe there's a game time scratch for one of those guys, which is cool. Garyon Conley is on that list, but I'm sure he'll probably see some playing time. Usually in our cases, when we trade for players or get players, our guys don't play the first game. Gruden has this thing where he doesn't want. I don't know. They got to learn still. So I know Zay Jones is probably going to make his debut this week. The game is a 1 o'clock start time. They got pushed back. It got flexed. This was supposed to be a 10 a.m. start, but they flexed it back. So that's really cool. That's good for a number of reasons. You know, we just have a bad history of 10 a.m. games. And so hopefully that just kind of lightens the load a little bit. And it's Houston. It's not too far, but it's still a plane ride, you know. So jet lag and shit like that happens. Trade rumors. Leonard Williams and Robbie Anderson, I think, are the 2 biggest names right now that are for sure the Raiders have gotten linked to in the past day. Robbie Anderson, I think, dropped last night. Some of you guys, or some people are quick to say, like, why are we going to trade for offense if our defense is trash? Okay, I understand that. At the same time, you can only get what they're allowing to give, right? And depending on prices. What pass rusher is out there right now that we can legitimately trade for and get a good deal out of? Von Miller, Ryan Kerrigan, Vic Beasley, are the prices right for those guys to go out and get? Now, it doesn't mean you can't go out and actually trade for offense. If our team's going to get any better, then fuck it. Go get some offense. Go get Robbie Anderson. This guy is not a 3 receiver. He's maybe not naturally a 1 receiver, but he is a solid ass fucking guy. The things that he was doing with Josh McCown last year with the Jets were lights out. This guy can play. He's fast. He can make plays. He can catch the football. That's someone that we're missing out of this offense right now. We don't have that deep threat guy. Argue with me if you want. You can say Keelan Doss is definitely not that guy. Zay Jones, we haven't seen much of him yet. And Tyrell Williams is hurt. So we need that guy that is going to spread out the whole defense, right? So that other guys are gonna have that opportunity. Even if that means Darren Waller and fucking Derrick Carey and the whole tight end core get more reps because of that, or just get more action because the receivers are now spreading out the defense, then fuck it, so be it. Josh Jacobs, I'm concerned about because he's questionable, right? So if he doesn't play, that means we're relying on Jalen Richard, DeAndre Washington. Now I think he's gonna play because I don't think Gruden would have felt confident with going with just Jalen and Washington into this game without signing somebody, without signing another running back. We could have made room. Oh, we signed this one guy early in the week, a linebacker or a defensive end that nobody knows of. Honestly, I already forgot his name. I don't want to go searching for it and look stupid than I already do now. But Dwayne Harris might be back actually, so that's cool if he is. But if that means go and get Robbie Anderson and the price is right, fucking do it. I want the Raiders to do something. Make a move. Be aggressive at the trade deadline. Make this team better. Because guess what? Patty Mahomes is not playing against Green Bay, and that Chiefs team is really banged up right now. And then they play the Vikings, and the Vikings appear to be are right in their groove now. And I see them just winning and winning and winning now going forward. They might finish 12-4 or 11-5 at this point, the way the Vikings are playing. Dalvin Cook is a beast, and Stephon Diggs is finally starting to get that football, and he's doing shit with it. So, that's really it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about that preview against Houston, man. I think this is a game we can go and win. Deshaun Watson is a very good young quarterback, but at the same time, just like last week, man, if you put pressure on him and do not allow him to make those backyard football plays and run for first downs, we'll be all right. Hopefully the secondary steps up this week after Garyon Conley got shipped out. We're going to have to rely on guys like Tavon Millen to come in and start playing some more. And I think Darryl Woolley has been playing decently well. I fear against our linebackers, man. Our linebackers cannot cover. And so we'll have to wait and see. I'm so confident, man. The offense looked really good last week, minus the mistakes, minus those turnovers. The offense was rolling. And they're only getting healthier, and we're only getting guys back now. If Tyrell comes back, if Dwayne Harris comes back, and Trent Brown actually starts this game, then we're looking really, really good. I'm not scared too much right now. Houston looked really, really hot early on in the season. They've kind of slowed down. The Colts beat them last week. We play them in Houston. So we'll see how that goes, man. I'll bring you guys video Sunday recap, of course. Talk about that shit. Like, comment, share, subscribe, man. What do you guys want to attack at the trade deadline? Leave down below. Let me know. And yeah, man. Shout out to all you guys that continue to comment, continue to fucking support. I appreciate it. I know I'm not that big, but it's good enough. Shout out to my #1 hater too. All right. I'll see you guys later.